Hello, welcome to WaiterWise. Today we're going to be talking about how old you have to be to become a server. Now we get a ton of high school students coming through over the summertime and even during the school year asking when can they start waiting tables. They see the money that's there, they understand how it works, they're ready to get going. Well, this all depends on which state you live in, because most restaurants, at least most big restaurants, can't let you become a server until you're able to serve alcohol to guests. And this age to serve alcohol is all dependent on your state laws. For most states, it's 18. That's across the board the most common age where young people are allowed to become servers and to serve alcohol to guests. But in some states, like Alaska, it's 21, and then a couple other states also have that 21-year-old age. And then there's only one state that'll let you start real early, and that's Maine, and that's at 17 years old. So that's if you're trying to work in a chain restaurant. Right there on the job requirements, they'll have listed that you must be able to serve alcohol to guests. But you might have some flexibility if you're going to a smaller restaurant, such as a mom and pop restaurant, maybe even a breakfast place. So if you're bound and determined to become a server, you can try there first. Another requirement when you're younger trying to become a server is sometimes there are curfews depending on your state where you're not allowed to work after a certain hour, and so you might have to do some research and figure out what those times might be and how that might affect your job as a server. So if you're not 18 yet and you can't serve alcohol to guests, should you just give up on starting at a restaurant? No, absolutely not. There are a ton of great other roles within the restaurant that you can get started on as a 16 or 17-year-old. These can be the host person, usually that friendly person you see up front who guides you to your table. This can also be bussers, who are the people who are helping the servers have a smooth transition between guests and cleaning up the tables. Sometimes there's a food runner. There's all sorts of other roles within the restaurant that you can take on and that will help you to get to becoming a server eventually. So the best step for you right now, while you're trying to figure out what job you should take, is to first of all know what your state laws are and how old you have to become to be a server. I've put together a quick chart that talks about any sort of requirements your state has as far as curfews and the age requirements that you can refer to. I'll put a link to that in the description of this video, as well as you can check your government website. If you just type into Google your state and requirements, age requirements to serve alcohol, you should be able to find that pretty easily. But then after that, you should pick what restaurant you want to be a server at. If you're 17 and you're thinking, I want to be a server at this restaurant, go get a job as a host, as a busser, and once you turn 18, once you are eligible to become a server, it'll be an easy transition into that new role. And sometimes you even make tips if you're not a server. A lot of restaurants have what's called tip sharing or tip out, where a percentage of the server's tips will go to other roles within the restaurant. So you might get that benefit as well. And if you're not a server, sometimes you can make more money per hour. And so that's another reason to not just give up on working at a restaurant, but instead to get started in another position so that you'll be ready to become a server. All right, friends, I hope this helped, and I'm looking forward to hearing your restaurant stories and when you get started and what role you take to get started in the restaurant. Hey guys, I encourage you to subscribe to WaiterWise. If you're looking for support, my whole job is to make sure that you have the information you need and to serve you, the folks working in restaurants. Let us know what questions you have, and I'll try to make videos and posts that really help you in the development and in your training. All right, I'll see you later.